6 o'clock, and it is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. We are in City Hall Council Chambers, and this is the City Plan Commission meeting. Next item on the agenda is the minutes of the previous meeting. Please consider placing the minutes from the May 6th meeting on file.
I'll make a motion to place the minutes on file.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to place the minutes from the May 6th meeting on file. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the public hearing, and we'll have the city attorney read the public hearing notice, please.
Yes, all persons interested will be given an opportunity to be heard at a public hearing be held by and before the City Plan Commission of the City of Merrill, Wisconsin, commencing at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, in the City Council Chamber, City Hall, 1004 East First Street, Merrill, Wisconsin, on the following proposed matters to wit. 1. Wendorf Construction, Inc., requesting approval of preliminary plat of Tall Pine subdivision per Merrill Code Section 111-114, located in the City of Merrill, Lincoln County, Wisconsin, described in PIN number 251-3106-122-0147. The second item is Wendorf Construction, Inc., requesting rezoning of Tall Pine subdivision located in the City of Merrill, Lincoln County, Wisconsin, from industrial to R1 residential for the construction of single-family homes per Merrill Code Section 11338, with the exception of lots 29 and 30 being rezoned to thoroughfare commercial per Code Section 11340. This is legally described in PIN number 251-3106-122-0147. Anyone having any questions regarding the hearing should contact the zoning administrator, Darren Poggle, at 536-4880. It's dated August 19th of this year and signed by Lori Anderson-Mom, our city clerk.
Thank you. I'd entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll make a motion that we go into public hearing.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to go open the public hearing. Do you want to do it for both pieces?
Yes.
For both pieces right away? Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing. Now the public hearing is open. Anybody here to speak for or against the items on the public hearing? Second call for anybody here to speak for or against the items on the public hearing? Third and final call for anybody here to speak for or against the items in the public hearing? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing. Or Darren, do you want to explain before we close?
I think I'll refer to Rod to explain the plat, and I can explain the zoning.
The plat was developed a couple years ago by the previous owner. Some changes have been made to property lines, number of lots. We had talked about extending Spruce Street through from Spruce Street and 10th Street up to 14th Street. That encompasses, well, the area that used to be known as, I think it was Jack Pines, or the Pines area behind the former paper mill. I really don't have any issues with how it's divided, and I know we've worked through some issues with stormwater and other issues that we have here. If you look at the back of lot 10 and 11, there's an outlot in that corner, and that's where the stormwater will be directed to and then drain into the mill pond. It takes care of the entire site, so we have looked at everything as far as road design, sewer and water. We are getting rid of a I think it's a 1906 water line that goes from 14th Street to the mill, the old mill property, Freemark. So there are advantages for the city for this also. I think it'll be a good development.
Any questions from the committee? Darren?
The only calls that I've had from neighboring property owners have been positive on the development. As far as the rezoning, it's currently zoned industrial. The proposal is to go to R1, which is a single-family residential with the exception of lots 29 and 30, which would be thoroughfare commercial, to allow if there was ever any expansion of the sawmill property. If there was not any expansion there, even under thoroughfare commercial, homes could be built in that zone also.
Anything for Darren from the committee? Now I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I will second that.
I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The public hearing portion is closed. What would the committee like to do?
I'd make a motion to approve the preliminary plat of Tall Pine subdivision.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second to approve the plat of the Tall Pine subdivision. Any conditions that anybody wants to put? Is there any we can, right?
Yeah, you can put conditions on it. It will be going into the state for review and then would come back here then as a final plat.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the preliminary plat for the Tall Pines subdivision. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment period.
You have the rezoning.
We have to do the other one.
Oh, excuse me. The rezoning, request for the rezoning of the Tall Pines subdivision.
I will make a motion to request to approve the rezoning request.
I will second that.
I have a motion and a second to approve the rezoning request for the Tall Pines subdivision. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now public comment period. Any public comment? Please come up to the podium, state your name.
Alright. Hi guys, my name is Kenneth McVeigh, W4452 Pope. This is kind of my first meeting up here, so I have a couple of questions about one of them. When is your next meeting? And two, what are we doing about some of these buildings that's been kind of vacant for the past couple of years? I know there was one over by County Market that's been vacant, that Park City, Old City building. I know there was some work being done, but I don't know what's going on with it now, if you guys are doing anything with that. There was also a couple of buildings I know by me, that old co-op or whatever you want to call it, what's being done with that as well, if anything is being done. Let's see, I know there was a couple by where the old Walmart used to be, unless something happens with that, if you guys have any more stores with that. What's going on with that as in, of any kind that's going on? Thank you anyways, have a good one.
Thank you. Just so you know, public comment, we cannot respond to you during public comment. Okay. Any further public comment? Last call for public comment. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And I will second that.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.